Perfect. Hello, gang. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to another fantastic day and class of exercises. I'm excited to be here with you. Make sure you've got some sort of a weight, whether that is a dumbbell, soup cans, water bottle, those are all usable. And if you have a stretchy band, that will also be helpful today. Sturdy chair, clear space around you to exercise in. It should be in sturdy shoes or bare feet. Okay. And if you have an oximeter, which is that nifty little thing you put on your fingertip that measures your oxygen levels and your heart rate, if you have one, that's helpful to have close by and use it to assist in understanding your recovery and how hard you're working. Okay. Let's get into our belly breathing just as a reminder. So start with a hand on your belly. We're going to inhale, make sure we fill that belly up. And then breathing out through pursed lips. So breathing out through that imaginary straw. Breathing in, out through pursed lips. Breathe in and out. In and out. Good. Once more in and out. Brilliant. Okay, so from there, we're going to maintain that pattern. So please continue to do your belly breathing. And now what we're going to do with the hands is we're going to reach an arm across our body, as if you're patting yourself on the back. And the same arm is going to reach across and uncross. So arm and leg reach across, uncross, cross, uncross. Of course, if you are feeling a bit more breathless today, under the weather, very tired, you might need to do something more low intensity. So maybe you don't have both limbs moving at the same time. Maybe you only have one of your limbs moving at a time. Okay, so we're maintaining that belly breath as best we can. So remember to keep breathing out through pursed lips as we cross, uncross, cross, uncross. Remember, this is your exercise class, so please be sure to go at your own pace. Not trying to keep up to anybody. Whether that means you need to be going a bit slower, a little bit faster, doesn't matter. This is your exercise class. Good, so we've been crossing our arm and foot across our body. Now we're gonna do opposite, where arm and leg open up. Good, so arm and leg open up. Sure, we're sitting up tall or standing tall, because you can be seated or standing. Just if you choose to stand, please make sure you have balance support within touching distance. Good. Open up arm and leg. Continue breathing out through pursed lips and maintaining a steady breath overall. Good. And we want limited movement through your torso. So we're sitting up tall, strong through the torso as our limbs move. Good. And a couple more steps here. 3, 2, 1. And now we're changing to, we're going to lift up an arm and step the same foot forward, bring it in and switch. So step and lift, step and lift, step and lift, step and lift. Good. Step and lift, step and lift, step and lift. Great job, everybody. So maintain that steady breathing pattern. All right, and we're going to change it in 3, 2, 1. Now we are pushing a hand forward and lifting up our opposite knee and back in. So push, hand forward, lift up the opposite knee. Good, we're alternating. Excellent. Good. So maintain your breathing pattern, everybody. Keep breathing out through pursed lips. Excellent. Okay, it's time to change it up in 3, 2, 1. Now we're lifting across and touching across and alternating. You can touch with your hand, or to make it harder, you can reach with your elbow. What you just want to be cautious of is that we're not slouching forwards. Stay up tall even if you don't touch. So either reaching with the elbow or touching with the hand. And we are alternating. Now, you might already be thinking to yourselves, geez, we kind of just jumped right into it today. Not much of a rest here. And again, that's where it's important. You go at your own pace. It's important we get a little bit of movement in, get that heart rate up slowly, and then start to increase the challenge. You guys are doing wonderful today. That's it. Couple more steps here. 3, 2, 1. And rest. Awesome job. From here, let's just roll one shoulder back at a time. Get your upper back moving a little bit. Let's do a couple here. Good. And then from here, put your arms straight down by your side. And we're going to slowly bend to the side. Think about staying up tall and reaching. So we don't want to kind of shrink and reach. We want to stay up tall through our torso and slowly reach to the side. Just go to where you feel like you are able to. Light pull here. If you know you have osteoporosis in your spine, you want to be extra cautious with these movements. And so really think about tightening through your core. Good. Three, 2, and 1. Good. Now we're going to cross our arms over our chest and again stay up tall. And we're going to really slowly turn to one side, keeping our hips still, but turn your head and shoulders. Take a deep breath and then slowly turn the other way. Again, if you have osteoporosis in your spine, you are going super gentle and slowly. And everyone is staying in control of the movement, This is not for cardio. This is not to get your heart rate up. It's just to get your body moving. Your middle back, your thoracic spine. We want it moving a little bit. Help us get our rib cage a little bit more mobile. Good. I like everyone's control through these movements. Well done. Last one. Good. Okay. And then the last one we're going to do here, I'll turn to the side so you can better see. Again, sit up tall or lean forward slightly, but that lean doesn't come through the back, it comes through the hips. And I'm just going to ask that you breathe in and think about rounding your upper back, just gentle, and then breathe out and reverse. So breathe in, slight round, breathe out to a gentle arch. Good. So again, it's all about just getting that upper back moving slightly. This should by no means feel intense. It should by no means feel strenuous or like you're straining. Just that little bit of movement. Breathe in and round. Breathe out and arch. Breathe in and round. Breathe out and arch. Breathe in and round. Breathe out and arch. And last one, again, we're moving quite gently here. Breathe in to round. Breathe out to arch. Good. All right. How did that feel on your backs?
Oh.
Good. Okay, so a couple thumbs up. That's good. Nobody has said awful, so that's also fantastic. Okay, we are going to do what's called a steady state. So that means a longer cardio section where the goal is just to keep moving. We don't want too high intensity, otherwise we won't be able to maintain it. Because our goal today is 3 minutes. Oh boy. So can you keep moving for 3 minutes? If you are somebody who regularly goes for a walk, then you will be going a little more intensely, and I'll show you what to do there. If you're somebody who is not overly mobile, you don't tend to go for a walk that tends to put you quite out of breath, then we're going to stay seated. We're going to go a little bit more gentle and aware of what we're doing, okay? So give me something as simple as just lifting up one heel at a time. So I'm going to go through 3 different movements from least intense to most intense. So you can be just lifting up one heel at a time. You can be marching. Okay. Or you can be going forwards and back. Forwards and back. Okay. You're welcome to be seated or standing, but our timer starts now. So again, can we maintain some form of movement for 3 minutes? Again, you're choosing what's best for your body. So we gave a couple different options there. And the goal is just to keep moving if you can. So even if that means your feet stay still and we're just pumping the arms, right? You got to figure out what intensity works for you today. Maintain that breathing pattern. Make sure we're breathing out through pursed lips. All right, well done, everybody. So that's 1 minute in. You're a third of the way through. You're doing fantastic. Remember, you should be able to continue your breathing pattern and continue moving. So I don't want you feeling breathless. I don't want you feeling like you can't take a full breath. Don't want you feeling shaky. or lightheaded. Those are all signs that you need to stop and just sit. Good. You're halfway through the challenge. You're doing fantastic. And again, if you regularly go for walks longer than 3 minutes, should be looking to push the intensity a little bit here. Get your heart rate up. And we are just approaching that 2-minute mark, which means you've got 1 minute left. Awesome work. Well done, everybody. Keep up that breathing pattern. Do what you can. Woo! You've got 30 seconds left. So keep breathing. Keep yourself moving as best you can. Whatever that looks like to you today is awesome. Even if it's just lifting and lowering your heels. Okay, we're getting close to the finish line. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Awesome. Great job, everybody. So remember that recovery position, either hands or forearms over top of your thighs. Be bent forward, make sure the chest is up to help you open up your airways. Good work, everybody. Okay, so we'll have a little bit longer of a rest here, and then we're going to shift into our strength exercises. How does that sound? Good. I see some heads nodding. That's good. I don't see anybody going, no, please, no strength today. It's good. You've learned protesting does not help. Not in exercise class. Okay, so if you've got your weight, you can use it for this next exercise to increase the intensity. And again, if you do not need to increase the intensity, then you can just keep the weight to the side. It is your choice. All right, so from here, we're gonna get our feet and knees wide apart. So that sumo stance position. Okay. And if you are staying seated, then you're just going to press your feet into the ground and then relax. And that is your seated squat today. Otherwise, if you're going to stand, you're going to press through your feet to come all the way up. And then you are going to lower the weight down and bring it back up before lowering yourself nice and controlled back down to your seat. Good. So it's up, lower the weight, lift the weight, and back down. Good. Up, down and up, and lower yourself with control. Very good. Think about pressing through your feet, breathing out. Lower and lift the weight. Good. And back up. Good. Good work, everybody. Think about breathing out. Press through the feet. Well done. Good. Press through the feet. Stand up. Lower the weight down. Lift it back up. Good. If you're staying seated, we're really pushing those feet into the ground. and holding and then relaxing. You should still feel those muscles firing up, working hard. Excellent. And last one here. Press through the feet, breathe out. And back down with control and rest. Oh boy, was that ever fun? You may or may not agree with me. Now, the next piece, you're gonna have either your weight in with 2 hands or 1 hand, or you can use your band underneath your feet and an end in each hand, does not matter. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do bicep curls. So I'd like you to turn your palm to face forward and lift up, bending the elbow and then back down. Here's the tricky part. You're going to do as many as you can with 1 hand in 30 seconds, and then we're going to swap. Is everybody ready? Good. Starting in 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds, go. So how many bicep curls can you do in 1 hand, either with the weight, without the weight if you're feeling particularly knackered today, right? You got to do what's best for your body. Find that challenging but doable balance. That's it. Pull that weight up. Do as many as you can. 30 seconds. We're almost there. 3, 2, 1. Switch hands and go. Well done, team. 30 seconds. We're doing what we can. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. And rest. Good. Okay, so this might be a time where you need to go into your recovery position, catch your breath. That's okay, right? Recovery position is very, very good. Okay, so now from here, we're going to take it back down to a bit slower. And we're going to do our forwards hinge. So this is one where you might want your weight for the extra challenge. And we're again going to go into the wide position. So knees and feet turned outwards. And this one we're bending forwards and then pushing through our feet to come back up. And what's important here is if you look at my weight, I'm showing off my weight to you the whole time. Versus if I bend through my back, the weight hides. So what I want you to think about, if you're holding a weight or if you're just having your hands here, think about having it visible. So keep it visible and then come back up. Okay, it should feel pinchy at the front of your hips. That tells you that you're moving through your hips rather than collapsing through your back. Got forwards and back up. Forwards and back up.
Feel like one of those birds that pop down to drink the water.
That's right. Yeah. So the dippy birds. That's exactly what I want you to feel like, because they stay straight and just move from a hinge point. And on your bodies, I want your hinge point to be your hips. And again, if it feels too easy, that's the time for more weight. This is a great exercise to strengthen your back and strengthens those adductors, inner thighs, which help support the hip and knee. And of course, the hinge pattern strengthens your glutes. Good, so down, Pause and press through your feet. Come back up. Two more. And one more. And rest. Good. Well done, everybody. You can put your weight to the side. Grab your band. And if you don't have a band, or if using the band doesn't feel as great for you as using your weights, then you're just going to hold your weight either in two hands or one in each hand. It's up to you. Feel free to wrap the band around your palm to help you hold it. And we're going to do our row single arm as many as we can in 30 seconds. And this is what it's going to look like. So we're up tall, we're pulling one hand, doing as many as we can for 30, keeping the chest up. We're starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So pulling one hand at a time, 30 seconds. How many times can you do it? Good work, team. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, switch arms.
Good.
Good job, team. We're almost there. Keep up your breathing pattern. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. So that should have gotten your heart rate up. Little ways. Good. You can give me a thumbs up if you're feeling good, thumbs down, or somewhere in between. Here we go. Thank you. All right. So from here, you can put your band to the side if you were using one. Good. And with your weight, if you're going to use a weight, we are going to do our slow overhead movement. But we're going to do it in a slightly different way today. So I'd like you to use just one weight. And we're going to have a hand on each end. And you're going to do two things. You're going to think about pulling your elbows in, and you're going to think about trying to pull your hands apart. So we're not trying to get to here. We're trying to get solid. Feel that in the back of your shoulder blades. So think about trying to pull the weight apart, pull your hands apart, and slowly lift up just to where you can. It's going to feel like you cannot fully straighten your arms. That's awesome. You come back down. Good. So again, think about pull the elbows in slightly, pull the weight apart, and come up and back down. Good. And up. And back down. Good. And up. And down. And up. Back down. 3 more. Nice and slow. You should feel this in the back of your shoulder blades. A little bit in the back of your shoulders. And up. Down. And once more, up and down. Good. That was only 2, was it?
Oh, sorry.
Well, we all know what a bad counter I am. All right, so we can put the weight to the side. This is your chance to grab a sip of water, recover. Some of you may need to keep up some light movement to help you better recover. That's wonderful. Do what you need to. And then we get the wonderful, wonderful task of repeating all of those exercises. Woohoo! And this is where you should be asking yourself, the first round through, where were you on the challenging but doable scale? Did you hit that sweet spot? Was it a little too challenging that you weren't quite able to do all of it? Maybe you need to pare it back a little bit, or maybe that's okay. Was it so doable that it was not challenging at all? Ooh, time to make it a bit harder. Okay. Now that first exercise we did was that sumo position with your weight. Then you're either remaining seated, pushing your feet into the ground, let those muscles work hard and then relax, or we're going all the way up. From this top position, you lower the weight down and up, and then back down with control. And up. Lower and lift the weight. And down. And up. Lower and lift the weight. And down. Up. Lower and lift the weight. And down. And up. Lower and lift the weight. And down. Good work, everybody. Excellent control throughout this movement here. Make sure you're sticking to your breathing pattern. You can breathe out as you stand up. Good. Remember, down with control, no plopping. Good, and staying seated, you're pressing those feet into the ground. Make those leg muscles work. Doing wonderful. 2 more. And we've got last one. Well done, everybody. Rest there. Woo! It's a fun one. Now, again, we're going to be doing bicep curls for 30 seconds, as many as you can. You can use a weight in one hand. You can use a weight in 2 hands. You can use your band under your feet. Okay. Do what is best for you. But get yourselves set up, and we're starting in 3, 2, 1. Bicep curls. Again, you go at your own pace. So as many as you can in 30 seconds is different for everybody. Listen to your body. Three, 2, 1. Switch arms or hands. Good. As many as you can in 30 seconds. Good work. There we go. Great job, team. Three, two, one, rest. Whew. Now things are getting heated on the second time through. So that third exercise we did was back into the sumo position, but now it's that hinge position. So again, I put the weight up on my chest, and my goal when I bent forward was to keep the weight visible. So I know that I'm moving through my hips, not my back. So we're going forwards and then pushing through the feet to come back up. Hinge forwards and push. Great work, everybody. Hinge and up. Hinge and up. Hinge and up. This one's slower and steady, so you're not trying to do as many as you can. You're trying to make your muscles work as hard as possible. So with control, you go down, and then you squeeze your glutes together, you press through your feet, come back up. So you can make this exercise harder by making just your muscles work harder. A really easy way of increasing the intensity. Good. And last one. And rest. Woo! There we go. Well done, everybody. So now the weight can go to the side and you need the band. So now we're doing those fast rows. The band goes underneath your feet. And we're going to be pulling one arm at a time. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good. So this one is more pulling the elbow back. So think about your shoulder blade squeezing together. This is different than that bicep curl. You pull it back. Good. Maintain your breathing pattern here. Three, two, one, and switch. Great job, everybody. Should feel that in the back of your shoulder blades. Keep breathing out through pursed lips. Three, two, one, and rest. Woo! There we go. Well done. Okay, so we put the band to the side, and you need your weight again. And this is our lifting overhead in a very specific way. So we've got 2 hands on one weight, and we're going to pull the elbows in, and we're going to lift the weight up and back down. Good. So think about elbows in, pull the weight apart, lift. And down. Good. Lift. And down. Lift. And down. Lift. And down. Good. So lift again, think about pulling the weight apart, keeping those elbows in, just go to where you can. It's probably gonna feel like you cannot fully extend over your head. That's okay. That actually means you're doing it correctly. Your shoulders are just a bit too stiff to go all the way overhead in that position. Just like mine. Good. And last one. Lift to where you can. And rest. Great job, everybody. Very well done. So maybe you need to go in that recovery position for a couple seconds here. I'll take as long as you need. Good. Think about breathing out through pursed lips. And we're going to work a little bit on the shoulders and core next. So you will need your band if you've got one, and if you don't, you can do it with just your hands and just pretend you're pulling something really heavy apart, and that's going to help those muscles activate in the same way. All right, so we've got our stretchy band. Okay, so our palms are facing up. Palms face up, and we're going to create that W. So we're pulling that band apart and then bringing it back in. So maybe it's easier to see my hands without the band. Pretend you're holding up 2 plates and you move the plates away from each other. Notice my elbow, it does not drift away. It stays tucked in. So we're getting this movement through your chest and through the shoulder, okay? So again, elbows tucked in, pull your hands apart and back in. Good. Pull the hands apart and back in. 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 Good. Again, you should be working the back of your shoulder blades. If you feel it in your neck, just check to see that if you are hiking your shoulders up to your ears, you want to just let them relax. Good. And it should not feel like you're straining to do this movement. Good. And 3, 2, 1. And rest there. So you can put the bands aside. Very good, everybody. Okay. So the last kind of exercise we're going to do is you're going to straighten one leg out in front of you. You're going to lean back in your chair. And your straight leg, you're going to push down into the ground to lift your other knee up. And we're going to hold 2, 3. So again, my straight leg is pushing down hard into the ground and I'm pulling this knee up towards my chest and then switch. So I push one foot down, lift the other knee up, hold, 2, 3, and down. You need to be more upright because that feels better for your back. That's great. This leg might just not be straight. Just gonna push straight down as the other lifts up. Okay, so same movement. You're just going into whatever starting position feels best for you. And push down as the other pulls up. We're continuing to breathe. We are not holding our breath. And switch. Push one leg down, pull the other leg up. And down. Push one foot down, pull the other up. And down. Push one down, pull the other up. And switch. Push one down, pull the other up. Down and switch. Push one down, pull the other up. And switch. Push one down, pull the other up. And 2 more here. And last one. And rest there. Roll your shoulders back. Good. Hopefully everyone's feeling good. It is time to stretch, which is the perfect time to talk, ask questions, socialize. Okay. And I'll just be yelling or saying loudly, change, when it's time to change arms or legs or stretches. Okay. But the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pull up an elbow and push it back. So how was class today, gang?
Your work is good today.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. And switch arms. Yeah, you guys were a quiet crew. I thought, boy, it must be getting challenging your breathing.
We're concentrating.
Ah, that was it. That's
This
good.
question goes out to everybody, all the participants. Is anybody using a BiPAP machine?
Pardon? What was that?
A BiPAP machine, not CPAP, BiPAP.
I'm using what they call a VPAP.
No. VPAP.
Two. There's a CPAP and a BiPAP. They're a little bit different.
Bar tap.
BiPAP, B-I-PAP.
That's right.
Yeah.
Is anybody using one?
Doesn't sound like it with this group.
Yeah,
I know.
Thank you.
Mhm.
That's good.
Grab underneath your chair and tilt your head away.
Thanks.
Yeah, no worries. Are you leaving?
No.
Okay, good. Like, what about stretches? Good. And switch sides. Did anyone have any questions about the exercises today?
They were great.
Awesome. Did a little mix of slower strength and then cardio, more cardio based.
It's good.
Yeah, you guys did really, really well with it. Okay, rest there. Stretch your leg out, reach towards your toes. Good work, everybody. who has noticed some sort of benefit or improvement since resuming or starting exercises at the start of the fall?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
That's awesome. Switch legs. Would anyone like to share what they've noticed for themselves?
Stamina.
More stamina. And
Yeah,
how does that come
definitely.
about in your day-to-day?
Walking up the stairs without stopping.
Yeah.
Oh, nice work.
Me, it's
That's awesome.
muscle structure,
Nice.
definite buildup. Thank you.
Oh, good to hear.
You bet.
And it's hard to do, isn't it? So that means you've put the work in.
Easy to lose too.
Oh, much easier. Yeah.
Yeah. You've got to be dedicated and make your mind up. You're going to do it every
right.
day.
That's right.
Yeah, mind over matter.
Yep. And that's a tough one. Because sometimes you can work really, really hard for a long time. And as some of you noticed over the summer break, boy, a whole year of exercising felt like it was gone. And it wasn't all gone, but it felt like it was.
Yeah.
You lost a step for sure and had to get it back. So from here, we're propping our foot up onto our shin. We're pulling up onto our thigh. And I think that's important to realize heading into holiday time. Because we're going to have a few weeks off from exercise. I'm assuming, based on the structure from last year. And so you've really got to figure out, well, what am I going to do for maintenance? So that you can either maintain and then continue improving once you're back. Otherwise, you get stuck in that cycle of improving, exercise stops, exercise begins again, exercise stops, and you never actually get to improve. You always reach kind of that same point.
Well, we all have the opportunity to use the pre-recorded videos,
That's right.
and I certainly use them. I like them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome.
Just don't eat as much turkey.
Oh, no, you gotta have your turkey. Come
Well, I didn't say none. It's just
on.
gotta control it.
You gotta, yeah, control the gravy and the mashed potatoes.
It's only once a year. Let's just eat turkey.
That's right. It's about how can you maintain your
Right on.
stamina. No
That's
matter the
right.
turkey you do or don't eat, that's not going to play a role in your stamina. Although eating turkey will contribute to your muscle, so that's good.
Yep.
Okay, we're
I
gonna
think
relax
it's all
there.
the shortbread cookies and stuff.
Oh, those are the best.
Yes.
We're gonna get our legs out wide, feet out wide, and you're
Be
just
your
going
place
to
in a little while, Connie, if you got them already.
Hey?
turn away. Yeah, Connie, you could always share some, you know.
This is the first year, and I don't know how many years that I haven't baked, and nor do I intend to bake a thing. So
Oh my goodness, look at you
I
go.
can't believe it. But well, I had kids around and grandkids and stuff, so they're not here for me to bake for. So, and I don't need it.
Switch sides, push into that leg, turn away.
Just as well, you can't get sugar anyways.
Well, that's true.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Rogers has been on strike for months. And
Who
if
is-
you go
Oh.
into Freshco, which I was there on Saturday, there was these small size bags, limited one per customer.
Oh,
But a
Huh.
lot of the stores have been out of sugar for quite some time.
who's on strike?
Rogers Food.
Rogers.
Oh, that's out west. We don't have Rogers up here. I don't think.
Oh,
Where do you live?
Toronto. I think
Oh,
we have.
Toronto. Yeah, Toronto has no problem.
I'll send you
Huh.
some.
yeah. Okay, drop a leg back behind you. Good, there's our sugar supply. I feel like that will get flagged over during shipping.
Buy some on Amazon.
Oh yeah, does Amazon sell sugar?
Amazon mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is really cheap.
Huh. Wow.
I bought Tim Hortons coffee. It was $4.97 a bag.
Really?
Switch
Go to
legs.
check out Amazon. You can buy everything there.
Wow.
I like buying my groceries local, support the local guys.
Me too.
Agreed.
I live in a 73 unit seniors complex. And I
Yeah.
bet on an average day, we have at least 6 delivery trucks in here, all delivering from Amazon and Wayfair, et cetera, every day.
Well, it's also some people have mobility issues like me. I have spinal stenosis, so it's hard for me to go in and buy it. So I have to order. So
Yeah. Well, I understand
Yes.
that for sure.
Finding
Yeah.
a balance for sure. That's right. Okay, gang, we're gonna take a deep breath in. So I'll invite you to join me, either hands on your belly, if you want to move them out wide or up overhead, your choice. Breathe in and out. And again, in and out. Shake it out. Roll your shoulders back. And thank you so much for joining me today, guys.
Great
Thank-
job.
Thank you, Jill. Good
Thanks,
job.
Jill. See you next time.
It was lovely to see you all.
okay, I won't be here Thursday. See you next Tuesday.
Well done,
Okay.
Jill.
Thanks.